Thank you. Good morning. I'm Kelly Thayer. I am the Deputy Director of Flow for Love of Water based in Traverse City. Thank you for the opportunity to make this public comment. I appreciate it. And I'm going to speak somewhat quickly to stay within the 3 minutes, and I'll look for the warning. Part of the Mackinac Bridge's due diligence in contemplating whether to own the proposed oil tunnel is to probe the background of your potential partner. It simply isn't the case that you should just decide whether you want to own it. You need to know a lot about the tunnel itself and Enbridge. As a simple Google search will show you, and as many of us in this room know from paying attention to the news over the last few years, Enbridge has a documented history of deceiving the state of Michigan over matters of grave danger and withholding information from the state. We've read this in the media, and it's been actually affirmed by the state itself that this has gone on. I'll give some examples. Enbridge has told us that they can instantaneously stop the oil in their pipelines when there's a spill. However, what we saw in the state of Michigan in Kalamazoo was that instantaneous actually meant 17 hours and 1.1 million gallons of heavy oil into the Kalamazoo River watershed. Going on, Enbridge told us there were no gaps on the Line 5 pipeline when they had known for 3 years that there were gaps. We know this because Enbridge eventually revealed the fact that for 3 years they'd been withholding that information from the state. Once they revealed that there were gaps on Line 5, they said that they were the size of a Band-Aid and could be covered by a Band-Aid. They turned out, as it was indicated by Director Cray this morning, some of those spots were as big as a dinner plate. No one in their right mind would think that that would be covered by a typical Band-Aid. Enbridge has told us these pipes are as good as new when they're dented, bent, cracked, encrusted in corrosion-causing muscles. That these pipes are an inch thick when they were built to be 0.8 of an inch thick, and in hundreds of places, Line 5 is less than ½ an inch thick in the straits, according to Enbridge's own data on its website. And finally, we've been told that Enbridge is prepared to clean up a spill in the straits, although Enbridge's own contractor with lead responsibility for that spill has indicated that 30% cleanup of the oil that spills would be considered successful, and that there is no response at all when it's windy, wavy, icy, or dark. And folks, it's dark half of the time. I'll end by saying that we've come here to say that you should reject Enbridge as an unfaithful and unworthy partner for the state of Michigan, and that the Mackinac Bridge Authority has a partner, and that is us, we the people of the state of Michigan. I believe it's the case, in closing, that there is a binder you have in front of you that is your board packet, and then there is a supersized binder that maybe someone could show the crowd because they wouldn't know, that is much bigger, much taller, much wider, and much thicker, and that is the voice of Michigan residents who are saying, please do not partner with Enbridge. My final words on this, I will say that we were told with Line 5, and you may not know this, that in the risk study that was done for the state of Michigan just recently on Line 5 in the straits, the state's own contractors on that report said the effect is that Enbridge is losing its social license to operate its Line 5. It is evaporating. It's going away. Imagine the Mackinac Bridge losing such a claim and esteem. That's why we, in attendance today and in those filings of comments, are telling you that that is the wrong partner, and we are your partner. Thank you.
Thank you.